Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. We're delighted to have Frank Leboeuf here in the studio with us.
Always a pleasure.
Stevie Nicol, it's always great to have you in the studio with us too, I mean it. And we've got Gab Marcotti.
I never trust anybody say that.
Do you think she's...
It's like saying honestly.
Yeah.
Before you tell somebody something.
We call that acting.
Away.
We call that acting, you know.
I'm telling the truth now, okay? It's great to have you here.
That's the same thing. You've done it again.
Believe me when I say this.
I'm so pleased to see you.
Well, I know you are.
But he is an actor. Don't believe him.
Oh, he got me there. Good acting, Frank.
You know who wasn't acting tonight? Gab Marcotti.
Oh,
furious at Italy's elimination.
I don't remember the last time he was so upset.
Never seen that.
He's been so happy in Germany as well. How are you feeling, Gab?
He did have every reason to be upset.
He did. How are you feeling, Gab?
I'm all right. I'm okay. This too shall pass. The one thing, you know, I can deal with losing when somebody does a better job than you. But when it's made worse, when you self-destruct because of one man, and the other thing is somebody who acts a little bit like a punk as well. It's endearing when you win and you act that way and you give it the big one and you call your players lazy and you know you come out and you say what he said to one of the reporters in the press conference a couple of days ago, which I can't repeat on air. I'm sure I'll get in trouble, but he basically said that, you know, basically if you please yourself every day for the next 14 years, then maybe you'll be as wise as I am. You say these things, haha, you're a funny eccentric when you win. But when you lose, it just kind of doubles down. And I just don't want this weirdness around the Italian national team.
But he's okay.
He's fine, but yeah, he's not harbouring any ill feeling. Okay, has lightning ever stopped play in your experience? Obviously, we saw that in one of the games today.
Yeah.
Did it ever happen to you?
No, never. The only time that I had that kind of lightning and storm was when I came the last time here and on my way back from the studio to the hotel. But in Europe, no, I never seen that.
Once. Well, actually, no, more than once. But the worst ever was with the Revs. Pre-season, I think it was North Carolina. I think it was supposed to kick off at 8:30 at night because there was camps and stuff on and they were finishing. And of course, we're warming up for the game and the lightning started. We never kicked off till 10:30 at night. Now, of course, there was nobody there by this time, only the two teams. It was pouring with rain. I mean, you talk about nobody wanting to be there. Horrendous.
Rubbish. It wasn't too long today, though, thankfully, because we were getting told some of the stats of when it had happened before.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. We had the time to go to the makeup room with Stevie.
Yes.
It took us like 15 minutes walking. I didn't know, and we saw some stairs to climb for Stevie.
It's quite a long walk to the makeup room, and Frank wasn't very complimentary about Stevie's form in walking to the makeup room.
Especially when the 10 stairs.
Now talk about telling the truth, Stevie. What?
Well, he's not a shy lad, Frank, is he? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But he did attempt the stairs, didn't he?
It was kind of limping.
I'll tell you what happened. He tried to be clever. Because actually we were talking. So he was only rude when he got back to tell you. But clearly, because we were talking away, and I said to him, I said, my knees have like seized up recently. So like going downhill the shore and going up steps, they're no good. So smart Alec here decided to run up the steps. The problem is, it took him 10 minutes to stop breathing heavy. He wasn't quite so smart there.
Yeah, I'm out
he was
of
trying
shape,
to talk, because he talks a little bit, right? So he's trying to talk and he's like...
Yeah, but I ran.
No, you did.
All right, he did. For all, I thought with the stuttering run-up, as we saw again with Kai Havertz today, you weren't allowed to come to a complete stop. Havertz definitely did. Let's go to our rules guy on the panel tonight, Gab Marcotti. Tell us about this whole rule. Why was Havertz allowed to do that tonight? And obviously Lewandowski as well.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not a referee. I'm not going to play one. I guess I will play one on TV for your benefit. It looked weird to me, just like the Lewandowski one did. Apparently, the idea is that he's as long as it's sort of a forward motion, if it's kind of like a stutter and there is no feint involved in the stutter, which I guess in the referee's view there was no feint involved, then it's okay. Then you're allowed to do this apparently. Again, news to me, but that's what the rules say.
Sure.
Go on.
Surely when you stutter, that's the reason you're trying to feign the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that's kind of.
That's what it's for.
Yeah. And and for me, as we saw for Lewandowski, and on his run he did it twice, really, even in slow motion, you check and it seems to stop at some point, really, and it doesn't really move for like maybe 1/10 of a second, but it's enough to distract and to feint for me. So they have to stop that. I mean, it's not respectful towards the football overall, towards the opponent. I guess they don't care, but I do care, and it doesn't serve football, because at the end of the day, when you miss the goal and you are stopped by the goal, the ball is stopped by the goalkeeper, you look stupid, really. And those runs are, yeah, go on.
I have the rule here.
Oh, good.
Feinting to kick the ball once the kicker has completed the run-up. And then in parentheses it says, feinting in the run-up is permitted. Then the referee would get cautioned. But you have to feint to kick the ball once the kicker has completed the run-up. Them's the rules, guys.
Well, that's really clear, isn't it? That's a great way to have rules. Make sure that
Isn't
there's
it?
a load of grey area in it.
So while we are talking about grey areas, Gab, what did you make of Anderson's handball in the Germany-Denmark game? Because obviously Denmark's coach is furious after this match tonight.
Yeah, and like I don't know what maybe Hjulmand hasn't watched much television, much football on TV in the last 5 years. That's a penalty. That's a penalty in countries that have VAR. That's a penalty in Serie A. That's a penalty in the Premier League. That's just a penalty because that's what the rules say. And now they have this other fancy gadget which tells you exactly whether the ball actually touches arm. I don't think you needed that fancy gadget to measure the intensity of the touch on the ball. So saying things like, oh, what's he supposed to do with his arm? I'm sorry, that's how football is played these days. And Anderson, by the way, knows this because not only does he play in the Premier League, but he played in Serie A before that. And I have physically seen him put his arms behind his back on more than one occasion. So while it's unfortunate, while obviously, it's difficult to keep your body coordinated, those penalties will be given. And I think, the referee, Anthony Taylor in this case, just simply applied the rules as they are now.
All right. For Gab, is it time for Stefano Pioli to take over the Azzurri and rescue them like he did Milan?
Well, Pioli, of course, has time in his hands now that he's unemployed. I think he certainly seems like better suited to the national side than Spalletti is. He can play many different tactical systems. He may not be the most inspirational figure, but he's not going to embarrass you when he speaks in public, and he's going to be supportive of his players. And I think those are three basic criteria. I don't think they need to rush into anything, but if Pioli's interested in the job, I think, and they do decide to move on from Spalletti, I think he should certainly be in consideration.
Can I ask a question to Gab? Gab, we fight in France to know who's the best in terms of fashion between France and Italy. What do you think about the Italian jacket that we saw, who looks like more like the 70s time, than the modern time? With that jacket with the Italian, with Italia written behind. What happened to Italy?
Yeah. I think this is cutting edge fashion. I mean, we see people wear things like that at the Met Gala, and I think Luciano Spalletti is clearly very much at home in those high fashion environments. Personally, I think it looks stupid. I think it looks ridiculous. People said they looked like waiters at the last Euros, but at least they were stylish waiters.
Okay.
This time around, no, not to my liking.
Okay, we agree. We together agree. Okay.
Frank, do you foresee Didier Deschamps continuing to coach the French national team into the next World Cup? If he continues to achieve success, when do you anticipate him stepping down?
Well, if he continues to achieve success, why do you want him to stop? if it works, he loves the job. He has the support of the federation, Mr. Diallo, and also the support of the teams, because I think the players, they love him. He should carry on. We all know that we want to see the experience of Zidane being the national team head coach, but as long as Didier performs the national team, I don't see why he should leave.
Did you see who the question was sent in by? Dan's fancy dress shorts.
Oh yeah, my God! I have a dinner after with Dan, and the first thing that he said, "I'm going to come with my beautiful shorts." Of course, I say me too, which will never
He
happen.
doesn't have beautiful shorts.
No, he has a swim shorts, or I don't know what it is, Bermuda as we call it. It's not fun. It's not classy. You can do that in summer if they are classy. You can put a belt on, and Gab will know that. But
maybe he'll have a blazer saying England on the back.
Oh yeah, from the 70s. Yeah, for sure. Well, that's that.
Tell you what, he doesn't have the legs for it either.
But well, I don't know.
He's spindly.
No, we say we don't talk about the body.
I think he's quite proud of his legs. He's actually spoken about them here on the show.
I've just seen that picture from in Spain when he was behind the net, when he was modeling. You didn't see that picture?
In the Bernabeu.
Yeah, in the Bernabeu was like a top model. Yeah.
He's in 50-50 with those legs. He snapped in about 2 seconds.
Okay, guys. All three of you have lived in the United States at one time or another. What was the one thing that surprised you when you first got here?
You know what surprised me? The way the kids spoke to the adults. Yes, sir, and yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes, ma'am, and yes, sir.
Aye. Like that.
Really?
They're very polite here. Yeah, because at home, and everybody says hello. I mean, at home, nobody. If you say hello, if you're walking down the street in your town and you just randomly say hello to somebody walking past, they'll be looking at you going, "What are you saying hello to me for?"
Frank and I are from places where you probably would say hello to people, right?
Yeah, and you better. You're gonna be. What?
Well, you live in New England, right? That's the one place you've always lived, right? Everybody's always friendly, I find here, even though the natives say they're not.
When I got here, it was always yes, sir. It was ma'am, which was like, eh?
So that surprised you. You didn't say hello in the street to people back home? Not even in Liverpool?
If I knew them. Not if I didn't know them. People here, and you're in your town, people you'd never seen before say hello to you.
Yeah, but that's normal. That's polite
Didn't
people who have an
Didn't
education.
happen in Liverpool or Nottingham. I've stayed in a few places. And that's the first time Emily's done that.
Maybe it's not them, it's you.
That's possible, but I doubt it.
What surprised you, Frank?
I wasn't surprised. I had a confirmation that the positivity of American people is amazing. Where I live in a country where we all think that's one day is more disaster than another day. We have the election right now. Everything is very positive in the United States, and I have to say the landscape. I live in a country in France which is a beautiful country, no doubt about that. But the landscape, and I've been around the United States where I saw, wow. I've been in the Grand Canyon. I cried in front of the Grand Canyon because I saw the creation of the world, and the steppe that you can see from thousands of years. That's beautiful, and also the forest, Yosemite. And when you go here, I'm happy. I'm happy to see the forest and everything. It's a beautiful country with a fantastic landscape.
You weren't allowed to. Why are you being let him
Well, the
have
last
it?
time I cried was when I lost my wallet. I don't know if it was standing in front of the
Yeah,
Grand
he's Scottish.
Canyon.
Okay, he lost his wallet.
Scottish.
I don't know about that.
Gab, what are the differences that surprise you?
All right, so when I first lived in the U.S., I was 3 years old, so I'm not going to give you that experience. I'll give you the experience of when I came back for college, and obviously, big sports country. A lot of people are into that. I went to a Sixers game in Philly. The Chicago Bulls were in time, and Philadelphia fans have a reputation for being passionate, whatever. And so I thought, oh great, everybody's going to be booing Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and whatnot. And instead, no, a good 3/4 of the crowd were like applauding them. And the Sixers were really, really bad at the time, which may have had something to do with it. But I didn't quite understand that. I I'm not, and obviously people are very, very passionate about their sports in the U.S. and I highly respect that. But this idea of going against, of attacking your rival, and also maybe has to do with the fact that it's the NBA and it's 82 games and most teams make the playoffs, so maybe people didn't really care. I don't know, but I remember that really, really stuck with me. I was just thinking, Michael Jordan's coming to town. Here's a chance for you to boo him, to get him off his game, and no, people were applauding him. And maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a healthy thing. Maybe I'm the one who's sick and unhealthy.
That is amazing, because if you think about it, in MLS, the first time I saw that was Beckham, and then obviously Messi. So, for example, Beckham coming to Gillette Stadium, all of a sudden we go from 25,000 home fans, there's 45,000 people there. But the problem is, they want Beckham and they want Messi to score. They want to see them score. They want to see them scoring. And then when they score, they go absolutely mental.
Yeah, but it's where I want to go.
Well, that's our away team.
I saw the first game of Beckham at the Home Depot, and he was a substitute. When before coming on, he was warming up, and suddenly, randomly, the ball came to him, and people all got up because he touched the ball. But he was outside. He wasn't. He was still outside. And I said, okay, they know nothing about the game. In fact, it's full, but they know nothing. It was really funny. But yeah, for MLS, yeah. But I went to the Home Staples Center seeing a game, and I thought the rivalry would be good. Halftime, there were fans from the other team, and they were both singing. And in France or everywhere in Europe, they would have been fighting. They were singing together. They were just booing a little bit each other, but that was nice. And they were nice. They were polite.
Yeah. There you go. They were very nice stories, guys. All right, last question. Frank, start, bench or sell?
Ooh.
Socks on the beach, shorts in a restaurant, or chocolate vest in charity?
What is? Oh, my vest. Oh, my.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I will start my chocolate vest in charity because I think it was for charity. So you have to. Oh my God, Dan. You didn't see that. I don't know what to choose between the shorts in restaurant and the socks. What are you doing? You don't like the feeling of the sand?
I don't want sunburn.
Sunburn? You will have the mark above the socks. If you
actually do a little bit.
No, but it doesn't. I don't know why you're doing that, because really you don't need that.
I just told you.
The sand. It's nice to put his feet and his toes in the sand. It's nice. The feeling is nice.
No, it's not.
Don't go on the sand, then
Not everybody likes being down the beach, by the way.
So why do you go?
Because I was going with the grandkids. The grandkids love it.
Oh, you're not the
Sometimes
you're not the boss.
sacrifice
You're not the
yourself.
boss at home. That's what you say.
Well, no.
Nobody is. Don't worry.
Sometimes you have to sacrifice yourself.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I sacrificed myself.
And you like to sacrifice with socks.
I was trying to protect myself at the same time.
Okay, but Dan shorts. I mean, it's awful. I mean, Gab will understand me. I mean, you need a little bit of class, I would say, when you go out.
Well, you're telling me you don't think of class when you look at that picture of me on the right-hand side? Is that what you're saying?
No, definitely not. You look like a real redneck. And Dan is too. Well, voilà.
So, Gab, you obviously, we've had the fashion chat earlier. You get your say on this one as well. Start, bench or sell these looks from our panel.
I mean, look, I just think the absolute worst. Sorry, Stevie, is the socks on the beach.
I understand it's not a good look.
There's other ways to deal with it. You know what? You could wear maybe some. Why don't you wear some nice linen trousers that come all the way down and maybe even cover your little feet, something like that. That would be.
What do you think I get paid?
That would be preferable, I think.
Now, the thing, Gab, the thing...
I'm just suggesting.
Gab, the thing is why do you allow somebody to take a picture of you in that situation? That's the thing.
I didn't know it was getting taken.
I think, Stevie, linen trousers, a linen shirt and a little fedora.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. So you have nothing against me and the chocolate, Gab?
Well, it's because of the charity bit, isn't it?
No, I that's charity. That's fine. I can live with it. And as for the shorts, you know my view. I think it depends on the context of the restaurant, and it depends on the shorts and the outfit that you're putting together. But it's not a blanket ban on eating out in shorts. I don't think it should be.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was at Dan's house, so he's allowed to wear shorts at his house.
That was, yeah, but he did that for fun. The first
He's
time
the
he
king
did
in
it
his
was
own
where?
house.
Yeah.
The first time he did it was in a restaurant, though.
Yeah. When I see him coming, I saw him coming, and I said, "What are you doing? You going on the beach, or what are you doing? You going home?" I said, "No, I'm going to have a dinner." I said, "What are you with shorts?" He said, "Yes," and he was very proud of it. Whatever.
He's definitely very proud of it. I'm telling you, he's proud of them legs. I know it. He said recently on the show he was. All right, we're going to let Gab go to bed. It's had a tough day. Italy are out of the Euros. Sorry, Gab.
He's still smiling.
Forza, Gab.
Still smiling.
Yeah, forza. All right.
We'll get back.
Yeah.
We still have those 4 stars. That's fine.
All right. Thanks so much for being with us. Thank you for sending your questions in. And yes, Frank is going out with dinner tonight with Dan, so no doubt he'll have some stories about that on tomorrow's show.
yeah.
Make sure to tune in and find out how it all went down.